Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is, look, Next.js has a component called head, which basically allows you to add your metadata up here. So if you want to link a style sheet, if you want to change the name of the application or the icon, you can do it for each and every page, which is really, really handy. So this can be our styled home page if we want, and when we hit save, and refresh, look at that styled homepage we get up there. So you can essentially do this to every single file, every single page, I should say. Import the head, and that's that. Now you also saw there's an image component, import image from next image. Basically, they have an image component that allows you to further optimize or do modifications to any image that gets imported in Next.js. And it's quite simple. You just write image like that, add your source to it, and then that's it. It's automatically gonna do modifications. We might use this further later on in the course. So how does the routing work then? Well, let's say we want an about page. So just go over to pages, hit a new file, and we're gonna call this about.js, all lowercase like that. I'm going to click this and switch it to React. So essentially what we're doing is just making a function. We're going to say export default function about. All right, so this is like a basic React component. We export it, we create the function, and here we return some JSX, which is our HTML in parentheses. So let's just make a div here, and we're going to say about page. Very simple. That's it, right? Hit save. And it just automatically works. So if I go over here to /about and hit enter, we are on the about page. That's simple. Let's go back. Hello next. Right? Really cool. Really cool. So now that we have this, we have a H1 here and a H1 here. I can illustrate you the modules. So you can go over to styles here, create a new file, and I'm going to name this about.modules module singular.css. All right, let's say I want to grab the H1 and change the color to red. So that's it. And then we can go to about and we can just import it up here the same way we did here. I just removed it. So I'm going to say import styles from /style/about. Whoop, what's that? .module.css. All right, and to use it, we can go over here and just add class name, remove the quotes, and just say styles dot. Actually, what we need to do is add a class to it, otherwise it's not going to work. So let's say about like that. All right. So as you can see, it doesn't work now because it doesn't recognize just H1 like that. So what we can do is about H1 and say color red. All right, so let's go over to about, and that's red, and this one is unaffected. So that's how you can work with this. The nice thing is, I guess you could just add a big class name here at the top, and then you can just do the selections like that, and everything is going to work. But I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. I don't like adding these class name styles in here, especially if you, I mean, you could go here and do a class name on this specifically and say styles.header or something like that, and then create a selection, but it just bloats everything so much. So I don't think it's that clean. So we're going to remove it, but I did want to show you how it works. So let's get rid of this, delete this, and we're also going to delete this home module. We're not going to use that. All right, keep it nice and clean and hit save. Cool. So how do I link from here to there though? Well, we can import something called link from next link. All right, rather than using a tag and doing a href over to about, that's not going to work. We need to use this link component that Next.js is going to provide us. So just like that, href/about, make sure we add a closing tag there. That's not going to work because we need to do closing and opening tags. So let's just write link with a closing tag as well. And this is gonna go over, we're gonna say to about, and add a href to /about, and hit save. Okay, cool. So let's click on this and boom, we are on the about page. So it's that simple. Now there might be another instance where we have a page that's dynamic. So we don't know the actual link here. It could be like product / blah, 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 right? Well, how's that gonna work? How do we go / to product / to something else? Well, what we can do is just create a folder. So I can go over to pages, create a new folder and call this product. All right, and now anything I add here, let's just say test.js, and I'm just gonna go to this about page and paste that in here and change this to test. All right, and change this to test as well. Okay, cool. So now if I go to product / test, as you can see, that gets recognized. So you just make a folder essentially. Now, if this is dynamic, so if it changes based on whatever product it is, what you can do is rename this and add square brackets and then just a random name like a slug or an ID here. So now it doesn't matter what I type in here, we get transported over to this page. So we can add anything and it's gonna work. All right, so that's essentially how the routing system works in Next. So that's just a quick intro. All right, so let's just get rid of this. Actually, we can keep this file here. It's fine because we will use it later on. We're gonna get rid of this about page. That one we're not gonna use, and this link here, we're also gonna get rid of that. All right, let's get rid of that too. Just keep it nice and clean. And this API hello.js, again, we can get rid of it. Delete. Done. Cool. So we are ready to start building everything out. Let's go.